The Team Z Web3 Summit has officially started, and this event could be massive for Jasmy. As we already know, the Jasmy CFO Hara will be attending and speaking at this event, presenting their new service. So Jasmy will be getting their name out there and potentially finding new partnerships. And just look at all the people in attendance surrounding the Jasmy booth. Does this look like a no progress project? Because I don't think it does. Jasmy are interacting with their community and showcasing their real world utilities and products, and it is really important when industries do this, creating a friendly, approachable and trustworthy persona. Like I said in my video yesterday on Jasmy, when CZ Binance moves Jasmy to the innovation zone, this to me seemed more like a market manipulation strategy rather than a lack of faith in the project. And truth be told, as detrimental as this move was, as this reality was for Jasmy, I believe personally that Jasmy will definitely bounce back from this. Jasmy did dump massively as a result of CZ's announcement, but also Jasmy held strong. I was expecting Jasmy to drop below, down to its all-time low at the $0.002 region, but it didn't, and as a matter of fact, Jasmy is now up 13% this week. We have to remember that CZ is a ruthless businessman. Remember when he mentioned that he was going to sell a huge portion of the FTT token, and soon afterwards, FTX went bankrupt. Furthermore, yes, the total amount of Jasmy tokens on Binance Exchange has dropped by 340 million in the last 5 days, but as a result of this, two different wallets from the top 100 holders accumulated 420 million from Coinbase top 10 over the same time period, as we can see here. And even still, Binance still does own over 25% of the total supply of Jasmy. Now, part of the problem is that too many people base their opinions from Twitter and don't bother to look any further, as we can see here, where Brian has translated this tweet from this account down here, which says, "The biggest surprise today was discovering that Jasmy is genuinely attempting to embody a philosophy of Web3. He had only negative preconceptions before, but they're actually doing quite well, collaborating with various Web2 companies. Of course, it's a reminder that we shouldn't just base our opinions on the sparse information we get from Twitter." So now, this realization is slowly coming to light. This could help bring Jasmy out of the darkness and send it pumping to the moon. And this just shows the importance of doing further research to either confirm or diminish any FUD. But now, to further build on this, the idea of Web3, the reason that it is so important that Jasmy are attempting to embody the philosophy of Web3 is not just because Web3 is a rapidly growing industry. It is because Japan vies to be #1 again through Web3 innovation. Now, what does this article mean by again? Well, let's listen to a segment of this interview between the Crypto Mole and Soto Watanabe.
What is the current situation of Web3 in Japan? Are there any exciting things that the rest of the world should know about?
A lot of the Japanese companies, especially the big companies such as Toyota or Sony or NTT, would like to work on Web3. And the Japanese government made Web3 as a national strategy back in last September. And the Japanese government also published, actually the ruling party published the Web3 white paper version 2, which include a lot of the cutting edge opinion in the paper, and it is also approved by the government already. The Japan used to be #1, recognized as the #1 in terms of car, in terms of electronic goods, and so on, right? But we completely miss the Web2. So we don't have a Google, Meta, Amazon. So our decision maker right now in Japan know the age of Japan was #1. And we are losing right now. And the Web3 is the next big opportunity, right? For the Japanese company as a country.
Now, I won't be playing the whole 8-minute interview for you, but I will leave a link down in the description below if you'd like to listen and check this article out for yourself. But effectively, as you heard, Japan was once recognized as global leaders in car manufacturing, so with the Honda and Toyota, and with electronic goods, so Nintendo, Panasonic, and of course with Sony, which, not that I need to remind you, but the founders of Jasmy all previously worked as CEOs and leading members of Sony. And now, the Japanese government has outlined a national strategy aimed at reclaiming its so-called top position through Web3 innovation. The third generation of internet services that leverages blockchain technology for P2P transactions and the creation of digital assets. And apparently, a lot of Japanese companies like Toyota and Sony would like to work in the Web3 space. So it makes complete sense that Jasmy want to explore the Web3 space itself, as the leading members and founders came from Sony. This could further justify as to why Jasmy is the first regulated cryptocurrency in Japan, as their ideals and team members coincide with the ideals of the Japanese government. And of course, we cannot forget that Jasmy already have the real world utilities already being built and tested right now, with their secure PC and new pattern. But we also cannot forget about Jasmy's Platinum data plan that Hava tweeted about 2 years ago, as we can see. By further developing the functions of the data locker and providing an environment that not only protects individual data but also actively utilizes that data, Jasmy believes that we can enrich people's lives and in turn lead to the development of society. The concept of utilizing relatively small data compared to big data is called small data, and various attempts have been made to utilize it. However, these were mainly used for limited processes, such as within a company or region with specific requirements or within a certain industrial field. Jasmy proposes to develop this idea of small data and utilize it widely as the most effective data that represents the individuality of each person. We will accumulate a wide range of data related to each individual in a centralized manner and also incorporate technologies such as AI and edge computing. And Jasmy are going to call this Platinum data because it's not just a development of small data but also the most valuable and precious solution that can be very useful for solving various problems and making decisions about actions in daily life. And we can see further here that on edge computing and on the Jasmy platform, the devices are able to process data by incorporating their unique module, and the computation itself is decentralized. This process is distributed and therefore the risk of data loss and hacking can be reduced, which is effectively what Jasmy is trying to achieve, the true decentralization of data. Jasmy is here to stay with the backing from the Japanese government, Web3 innovation, real world utilities, a great community that supports Jasmy and a community that Jasmy actually interacts with as well. This move from CZ Binance was merely a hurdle for Jasmy to jump over, and I believe there's a high potential that Jasmy can make it to the price of $1, if not even further in the not too distant future, once the next crypto bull run takes off and we see more development come from the Jasmy team, as Japan and Jasmy aspire to become the Web3 innovation leaders. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do trade your discretion and do your own research. And if you enjoyed today's video, please like, share and subscribe, but remember, it's just a coin. And I'll see you in the next video.